What's going on, Yankee fans? Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you are in. I'm Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy, joined by my fellow Yankee fan, Vice President of the network, Danny Boy Reginald. Danny Boy, how you doing, buddy?
Um, s- Feeling good, man. I'm in New York right now, surprising my parents. Figured, might as well since I have 2 days off, thanks to my wonderful colleagues over at in Washington, giving me some time to recover before the big 4th of July holiday. So feeling good, man. Feeling good and ready to talk about the June swoon, the typical June swoon.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about we're going to recap June, preview July, and of course, as always, if I can find another question, stump the Reg.
Boom bam.
All right. So, anyway, the Yankees, they started off June not too bad. Keyword started, but you know what they say, Reggie, my boy. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Am I right?
Unfortunately, that is the case, buddy. And let's just say, again, not necessarily the greatest start to June, and certainly the worst we can see at the end of June. Um, it's rough out there. It's rough. Um, no Judgy. He's out.
Judge, he'll be out till probably like August or September.
Yeah. Obviously with that stress fracture in his rib. Um, At first, it was only what 4 to 6 weeks, but then Aaron Boone gave that troubling update at the end of last week that indicates it's going to be a little longer. So obviously not thrilled about that, and it's shown on the field, whether Yankee fans like to admit it or not. It's shown on the field. We appreciate the efforts of Cody Bellinger. He
And
had a
Ben
nice,
Rice,
yeah, Ben Rice, Paul Goldschmidt. They've all done their work and have produced runs. And in Judge's absence, has led the Yankees to some big time wins.
yes,
I
he has.
I thought the end of May when they got that big time walk off victory over Tampa, like and it kind of sort of carried over to June. I thought, okay, this is not necessarily great, but this is something cooking. Maybe we could, rewrite past misfortunes, all that stuff in June. Then came the Cincinnati Reds to change all that, and hasn't been perfect ever since. Um,
No, it hasn't. It has not been the same ever since.
yeah,
And that's where we stand right now. This has just been a joke, an absolute joke of a month.
yeah.
Yankees are now 12 and 13. They are coming off a four-game sweep of the Red Sox.
And are currently on
Of
a
being
five,
swept by the Red Sox.
yeah, and currently on a 5 game losing streak
Scared.
because they lost to the Tigers last night. Got manhandled pretty bad.
Yeah, no, they got there. This is embarrassing. Dude, this is freaking embarrassing right now. This is I don't know what to say at this moment. I really don't know what to say. Do you have anything to say, Reg?
I'm just really confused as to why this always happens. Like every year we think, okay, well, something may change, right? Maybe Ben Rice is a terrific start to the season. Maybe that will help propel us. throughout the season. Look, obviously, in a 162 game season, these types of struggles are going to happen, and it's okay if it does. But the thing that's pretty frustrating is the fact that it's just always an up and down type of thing. You know, I thought the bullpen would be better. It wasn't. We're still having some weird outings coming from the usual suspects.
Yes.
Bird's been terrible. Cruz is starting to look iffy out of the pen. Um,
Bednar's
Bednar,
been
he's been okay.
not
Um,
good, not bad, just okay.
yeah. And I'm just sick and tired of Doval. Why are we still running him out there if he's going to continue
Agreed.
to give up runs and cost us games? Like it's just silly. And then on top of that, what we thought would be a help to the starting rotation really hasn't been. Garrett Cole has struggled ever since he got off to that nice start to his campaign. Um, Rodon hasn't been consistent. What's new with that? Um,
What up with that? What up with that?
and
Yeah,
then
what
even
is up with that?
well, yeah, I mean, even Schlittler, who of course has been great all season. There's no doubt about that. And we're not necessarily saying that he's a problem, but even his start against the Red Sox last week
It was
on Thursday,
bumpy.
it was not great. You know, he got into trouble, was able to get out of trouble, but got into trouble early. And then of course you had that, horror of an inning where you had errors galore, and you know, that was it. That cost us the game. Red Sox ended up scoring like 4 runs in that inning, and it wasn't the same after that. So
Yeah. The bullpen sucks. The
yeah,
pitching's been iffy. Even Cole's been iffy, which is
yep,
which is concerning.
yep. And then on top of that, we're still having issues with our lineup. And Aaron Boone has to really start thinking about what this line is going to look like going into July. And we also have to think about trade deadline coming up. It's fast
You
approaching.
want, yeah, trade deadline, Pat. Yankees are there's a lot of talk in Yankee world about Scooble.
Do you want Scooble?
Do you want Scooble?
I mean, as a rental, no, I don't want it.
I
If we
agree
if I
with
know we're
you,
gonna get him
but
long term, fine.
if we can get him long term, sure. Because you also got to think about Reggie. Is how long is Freed going to be out for?
He'll be fine. He'll be back sometime soon. At least we hope.
So when do we So yeah, but do we want Scooble
I say right now it's a pass. I
unless we can get him like a unless we can get him like a long term deal?
Right, but even then, like I'm actually okay with the starting pitch. They haven't really been the major problem. Major problem is the bullpen. Bullpen has been horrible and has not been a help. I know there's some good apples over there, but there hasn't been anyone great. And then on top of that, it's our lineup too. Jazz Chisholm hasn't been great, has been hitting the ball. We just found out I think he left last night's game with an injury. So that's another piece of concern. Austin Wells is trash. Probably gonna need another catcher. I would think so. Um, Obviously without Trent Grisham, it's been rough, hitting wise, and of course without Judge. So there's a whole lot going on there. And then, of course, once those people come back, we're going to have all sorts of issues with depth.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, but right now the only ones, batting, the ones who are helping us batting, Paul or Cody Bellinger, Ben Rice, they're the only ones who are covering things while Judge is injured.
Right.
And dude, that is very concerning. That is super concerning right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it stinks because you want everyone to be as productive as possible, but we can't score runs and they can't get anything going. We're going to continue to have all these issues. Um, I'll ask you this question.
Okay.
Are you glass half empty with this team, or are you glass half full with this team?
Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little glass half empty. What about you?
I'm gonna say full only because
God, usually I'm the optimistic one.
I'm 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 a little optimistic that once we get back some of our injured players off the IL, that things will start to take shape and things will start to clear up.
But the thing is, no, yeah, I agree, that's all well and good, but Reggie, when we finally get Judge back, is it gonna be too little too late?
I mean, we gotta count our blessings that this American League is trash too, because
Yankees are
we're
now
we're
this weekend we've been knocked out of first place.
right.
And listen, I will say, it's only the first half. I know, Bill. You usually don't like saying the it's only insert month here after Memorial Day. I know, people. I know. I don't like saying it either. But we still have a whole second half of the season to go.
But aren't you glad the Yankees are in the American League? Because look at the rest of the American League right now. The Yankees can go on a massive losing streak, and chances are they'll still be in some type of wild card position. You
If we
know,
were still in, if we were in the National League, we'd be screwed.
oh yeah, no, the we'll be in a tight race for sure. But I mean, this American League is terrible, man. Like so bad that there's a chance that the Red Sox, who are on fire right now, could actually have a somewhat of a chance to creep into the playoff mix. Of course, a lot has to happen, and the Red Sox have a lot long ways to go. But you know, it just goes to show you like it's a long season. But no, I am so glad the Yankees are in the American League because I'm telling you right now, everything's trash.
Everything is trash.
Yeah.
And
Still in a good wild card position. And like I said, I'm a little hopeful that once people start getting healthier, that they'll certainly look better. And again, we just hope for a better July coming up. Um, Look, it's gonna be obviously game wise shorter month because of the All-Star break. So if I'm the Yankees, like don't let your guard down too much. I'll tell you that much. And
well,
then,
let me ask you a question. So, what should the Yankees do to improve
well,
in July?
trade deadline wise,
All right. Who should we look for?
well, we gotta look for a bullpen piece for sure.
So yeah, we got to add some depth to the bullpen.
Yeah. Well, we have enough. They just stink. We have enough depth. They're just bad. Um, I think we should also trade Spencer Jones.
Really?
Well, here's the deal. Long term, because I don't know what Jones is going to be like in the future. Like, if he's just going to be another guy in New York, but he has a chance to be something bigger elsewhere and play 15 years, I'd much rather that for him than to be another guy here. So, besides that, can lefties. Right now, he's not as productive for us. He's doing nothing for us, and he's a young kid. So, you know, I want what's best for him and what's best for the team. If we can get something for Spencer Jones that could help us down the road, like I would much rather that. Um, yeah. I would certainly think about that. Obviously, we keep Dominguez, and we already have a sure outfield. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got to just hope everyone stays healthy
Yep.
and everyone. I'm gonna hope what happens when Judge comes back,
Yeah.
whenever that may be.
Yeah.
And and Freed will be coming back hopefully fairly soon,
Mhm.
and we'll be good to go. But
Hopefully. Um,
hopefully,
I
but
mean,
I just hope the Yankees don't dig themselves too deep into a hole.
yeah.
Because the one game that really pissed me off this month was the Sunday game.
Right.
And that's not just because they went in late. We talked about that on SIP yesterday, if you want to listen.
Right.
Um, but also the fact you're down, you come back, but then you choke in extras.
Hmm.
You choke in extra innings,
Yeah.
and we lose on a walk-off. So that was just embarrassing.
I think what was tough about that loss was the fact that it was in the ninth inning where they finally scored some runs, and you know like they got some momentum, and Red Sox hadn't scored in a long time. Bullpen actually did a pretty nice job holding Boston down, and of course the extra innings, the Yankees can't get out. So that was rough. That was definitely rough to watch. Another thing that's been on my mind, not necessarily a concern, but something to think about. Obviously, no McMahon lately because he has some infection, whatever. Um, on days where Yanks are facing lefties, knowing that McMahon has been terrible all season, righties or lefties, no matter who he's facing, is it wise to have a platoon of Caballero and Volpe? You have Caballero probably at like third base or whatever. Uh, though that may change if Jazz is hurt. I mean, I don't know what the deal with that is. Um, but platooning those two, third and short, like that's a tough one. That's another thing because I don't want Anthony Volpe playing short every day. I want Caballero out there every day.
No, absolutely. And no, yeah, I'd rather have Caballero than Volpe, to be honest.
Yeah. So on yeah, so obviously, Volpe's done a pretty nice job you know, when
Passable.
when they're facing lefties, but against any other pitcher, I want Caballero at short. He's been the most productive. He has produced the most runs. He plays better shortstop. Um, like he just brings that firepower, the speed on the bases that Yankees crave for.
Oh, you are preaching to the choir there, my friend.
Yeah. So it's another thing that, you know, it's on my mind a little bit because here's the deal. I don't want McMahon out there. McMahon is terrible. We thought he would be good defensively. He has not been good defensively.
No, he has not been good defensively.
Um, we thought he'd be okay hitting because he actually was a decent hitter in Colorado. He's been terrible hitting too. So, you know, right now having McMahon in the lineup is a massive negative.
Yes, it has been.
So, few things for Booney to think about. Um, like I said, bullpen the deadline, probably some catcher. Doesn't matter who, probably catcher deadline. And see if what you can offer for Spencer Jones. See what you can do with that.
So you were Spencer Jones, who was once this talked about, is now. So you're unimpressed with him right now.
It's not that I'm unimpressed with him. Like I'm just thinking about who we can use better down the road. Who's a better fit for this Yankee team? We can always produce more prospects.
We can.
Yankees have a good pipeline.
They do. So yeah, that is where we stand at the moment. That is where we stand at the moment. So so catcher and so we got a catcher. So we need a catcher and bullpen depth this trade deadline.
Yeah, those are the two big ones.
Are the Yankees gonna, but like here's the big question. Are the Yankees gonna do anything? That's the bigger question.
I think Brian Cashman would be smart enough to make moves to help this team out. He does it all the time at the deadline.
Or are they gonna punt at the deadline?
The Yankees stay quiet at the deadline be pretty. Oh, I think that would rile up the fan base. I mean, you know, we're singing Cashman's praises, and Saul talking about how he's done a great job. You know, ever since we gave him massive criticism a couple years ago, and now all of a sudden he's gonna not do anything. He's gonna stand pat. No, like he's gonna make a move to try better this team.
So that's where we are at the moment. The Yankees in a bit of trouble right now.
Yep.
Yankees are a bit of trouble right now, but is it time to panic though?
I think Yankees should panic if they were to drop down the wild card standings. Then I'd
If they
be
were to drop in the wild card
then
standings.
I'd be a little concerned.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so that is our talk on June. June has been a disaster month for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Now we look forward to July, which is going to be a bit of a shorter month because we got the All-Star break coming up. All right. Yankees conclude their series tomorrow afternoon in the Bronx with the Tigers. We've Probably talked about that in our May show because we included a part of June. Now, starting the holiday weekend in the Bronx, the homestand continues. 3 games versus the Twins. Reggie boy, talk to me.
If they don't beat the Twins, I'll be upset, man. Like, look, baseball's a weird game. There's no such thing as a cakewalk anymore. But the, I'm sorry, the Twins are 4 games under 500 right now. Like, Yankees are better than Minnesota. Let's beat their asses.
Okay.
So
Next,
I say I'm gonna say sweep. Sorry.
you're saying sweep?
Yeah.
I'll say 2 out of 3 because the Yankees find because you know what? Oh yeah, here's another thing I forgot to mention. The Yankees don't put away sweeps this month. They haven't. So yeah, that's why I'm a little cautious. So
Yeah.
I'll say 2 out of 3. Then we go on a 7 game road trip. First, we go to the Sunshine State against the Tampa Bay Rays, the first place Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays are red hot, 5 in a row. I say they take 3 out of 4 there.
I'm gonna go with 3 out of 4 too. And then
The Yankees suck in Tampa. So that you know.
Reggie, then they're coming to your neck of the woods.
Hmm.
3 games against the Nationals. First of all, you think you're gonna try to get a ticket for that game? One of those games?
I'll see. Maybe.
I would come down and go with you, but I'm gonna be in the Poconos that weekend for my brother's bachelor party, so
I'm eyeing a game where I know I'm going to be off for sure. So we'll see. Um, I think the Yankees will take 2 out of 3. The Nationals are a spunky team. I think they're a lot better than people think, and they've played very good baseball, around 500 this season overall. But ultimately, I think the Yankees will find ways to win the game. If they can't beat the Nationals, and they can't beat the Twins, and they're definitely not beating the Rays. It's not looking good. That's not going to look good. 2 out of 3.
I'm gonna say 2 out of 3 as well.
Yeah.
And then we got the All-Star break, which we can't fail at the All-Star break.
Hmm. Um, can't wait for that home run derby to be on Netflix.
Ugh.
Horrific.
Can we stop this, please?
It's the only reason why I still have Netflix. Is because of
No,
the home run derby.
because yeah, I'm sorry. Sidebar talk. I I remember watching opening night on Netflix. It was a fucking disaster.
Right.
They kept cutting out. It was terrible. I am terrified for how this is going to be during the home run derby. Okay, so once we get back from the All-Star break, we're back in the Bronx for a 6 game homestand. First 3 against the Dodgers.
Uh, I say this would be it's an interesting one. I say 2 out of 3 Yankees. I'm not impressed with the
Really?
Dodgers. I'm not impressed with the Dodgers.
You know, I'm kind of leaning towards the same. Wait, is Shohei still out or is he back now?
He's playing. He's playing.
I have this feeling I'm going to say 2 out of 3 Dodgers.
I mean, I guess I'm more optimistic this month. I guess I don't know.
I guess so. I guess so, Reggie boy. All
uh,
right.
uh,
Next, 3 against the Pirates.
this should be easy. Sweep him,
Sweet. Broomstick them.
please. But I mean, look, the Pirates, they're actually playing very good baseball. They're in a tough National League Central. They're playing very good baseball, but the look in terms of the rest of the National League, they don't compare anywhere close. So give me the Yankees to sweep, and hopefully it'll be a nice way to get back into the swing of things after the All-Star break. After the Pirates, they go down to Philly for a 3 game set. Over the city of brotherly love.
So, what are you thinking, Reg? Philly.
I say 2 out of 3 Phillies. Phillies are a very good team.
I'm going to agree with that. Next. Then it's over to the from the city of brotherly love to the Windy City.
Hmm.
The we got 4 games against the White Sox.
Hmm. I'm gonna say split.
I think this is going to be a split too because they beat us last time.
Yeah. White Sox are another team that is a force to be reckoned with. Could be
And
uh
yeah,
Jesus. We stay in the Windy City though.
yeah, to close out the month, we go from south side to the north side. We got a 3 game set against the Cubs. Ooh, Cubs have been good lately.
Cubs always play well.
Cubs have been good lately. So
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say 2 out of 3 Cubbies.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think the Cubs are gonna take 2 out of 3 in this one. Never thought I'd say that.
Yep. And the Yankees will start off August on a 2 game losing streak, is my prediction. Because I think they'll win on Friday.
So you think they'll win on Friday and then
Yeah.
okay. All right. So, my friend, it is time for Stump the Reg.
Stumped Reg.
Okay. Since America's 250 is this Saturday, 4th of July, got some Yankee 4th of July questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. The Yankees have played 27 games on July 4th since 1923.
I play how many games?
27.
27.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Are they over or under 500
I'm gonna
on 4th
say
of July?
I'm gonna say over 500.
Okay. That is correct. They are 17 and 10. Give me 1 second. I actually just thought of this.
You're good.
I just thought of this question. Okay. Also, on July 4th, 1983,
Okay.
Dave Righetti
Mm-hmm.
pitched a no-hitter
Yep.
against the Red Sox. And the Yankees won 4-0. Oh no, I don't know if you would know this one. Huh. All right, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Who hit the home run for the Yankees in that game?
This is 83, you said?
No. Yeah, 83.
Okay. I didn't watch the game. It's a classic game too, right? So,
Yes.
uh, who hit the home run?
Yeah.
Is it someone we know? Is it someone?
Uh,
Yeah, okay.
Names sound familiar to me, but not.
Nah, you got me, bro.
Don Baylor.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna get that.
So, okay, what's another Yankees 4th of July question? Okay. Um, I don't want to ask you another Lou Gehrig question because I think I beat that horse to death at this point.
Tell me, tell
Ah, okay. You know what? I don't think I have another one. I think I've exhausted my I think I have a yeah, you know what? I think we're good on this one.
So I am 1 for 2.
You're 1 for 2 on this one. You are
Okay.
1 for 2 on this one.
All right. Not too bad.
Okay. So that is it for today. If you want more, and why wouldn't they, Reg? Because isn't this content amazing?
Yep.
Go to www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com. Check out our blogs. Check out our podcast, available on all platforms. And like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Hit that bell.
We
And as
appreciate it.
always, thanks to our friends, even though he's a Met fan, thanks to our friends at the Dugout of Millwood.
Yep.
And yeah, for Danny Boy Reginald, for I'm Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy. Stay safe and take care.
Let's go
And go
Yanks.
Yanks.
Come
Let's go
on.
Yanks.